Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the pulse of every conversation, the subtle shifts in tone, and the unspoken curiosities floating in the air? That's the magic of Gemini Rising, where every interaction becomes an opportunity to explore, connect, and express. The rising sign, or ascendant, represents the mask we wear in social situations, our first impression, and the filter through which we interact with the world. When Gemini occupies this space, life becomes an endless quest for knowledge, novelty, and dynamic dialogue. You don't just see the world, you ask questions about it, and then more questions about the answers. With Mercury, the planet of communication and wit, ruling your chart, your presence is electric, agile, and alert. You're the social butterfly who charms strangers with a clever comment, the thinker who can jump from Plato to pop culture in a single breath. Gemini Rising gives you that unmistakable sparkle, the one that keeps people leaning in, eager for what you'll say next. Think of celebrities like Prince, who exuded a mercurial mystique, shape-shifting through styles, ideas, and personas. That's Gemini Rising energy in full swing, unpredictable, magnetic, and endlessly reinventing itself. Or Zendaya, whose chameleon-like adaptability on screen and in fashion speaks to a personality shaped by curiosity and communication. On a more personal level, Gemini Rising makes you a natural networker. Your social life often mirrors a web of intellectual stimulation: book clubs, podcasts, group chats, creative collaborations. You're most alive when you're learning and teaching, listening and responding. Superficial small talk bores you unless it leads to something deeper, sharper, or more surreal. But the shadow side of Gemini Rising is just as real. You may struggle with inconsistency, overthinking, or a tendency to overextend socially. You want to be everywhere, hear everything, know everyone. This can lead to burnout or a fragmented sense of self. The mind races faster than the heart can keep up, and in the whirlwind of ideas, grounding becomes essential. The good news? You don't have to sacrifice movement to find meaning. You simply need rituals that balance your mental air with emotional earth: journaling, meditating, walking alone with your thoughts. Surround yourself with people who challenge your intellect but honor your inner stillness. Structure your pursuits so your brilliance doesn't scatter into noise. Gemini Rising is a gift, one that makes you endlessly adaptable, deeply insightful, and capable of translating the chaos of the world into clarity and connection. You were born to ask, to speak, and to inspire. Do you recognize these Gemini Rising traits in yourself or someone you know? How has this sign shaped your social life or intellectual path?